Hi everyone, I'm here to discuss the infamous Zhongli. Yeah, he's crazy hot topic ever since his release. I'm seeing left and right people who are very disappointed with how he turned out. Like everyone's going on about how he's super weak and all that stuff. Very different from how he was shown to be from the trailers and from what people have heard on how he was during beta testing phase. Like his normal attack scalings is bad, etc. And to be honest, at the very start, I was actually one of the people who was disappointed about how his normal attack scaling was like really low compared to Zhongling's. It's like almost double. But yeah, I was still determined to build him as a main DPS character like I had planned because he kicks his spear. Yeah, kicks his spear. And as I have been using him and building him for the past week, testing artifacts, testing team comps, the numbers were starting to add up and this kid was starting to make sense to me. Okay, so I made this video to show people a build you can do with Zhongli other than using him as a support burst character, like what almost everyone else is doing right now because of their belief that Zhongli as main DPS is really bad. Okay, so I want to show everyone, as I had said earlier, since I have been using him, the numbers were starting to add up and how he works was making more sense to me. First, let's discuss his normal attack scaling compared to Zhongling's. Let me show you guys how different their normal attack percentage scalings are. First up is Zhongli. I'm just gonna mention the level 8 scalings. So first hit damage is 52.6% at level 8. Second hit is 53.2. Third is 65.9. Fourth is 73.4% damage. His fifth attack is 18.4 times 4, and his sixth attack is 93.2%, which makes a total of 411.9% attack damage on his full combo. Next up, Zhongling's. So first hit damage is 71.9% at level 8. Her second hit is 72. Third hit is 44.5 plus 44.5. Fourth attack is 24.1 times 4, and fifth attack is 121%, which makes a total of 449.9% attack damage on her full combo. So Zhongli does 411.9% damage on his full combo, while Zhongling does 449.9% damage on her full combo. But here's the thing. The amount of time it takes for Zhongling to do her 5 attack combo is the same amount of time it takes for Zhongli to pull off his 6 attack combo. Let me demonstrate. So as it turns out, there isn't really that big of a damage difference between their scalings. Now that we got that cleared as to not drag this any longer, let's get on with the build. Okay, first up is the most important part of my build, Crescent Pike. This is completely necessary for my build to work out properly. If you're not gonna use this, then I can't guarantee you anything. Okay, tada, Crescent Pike, F2P friendly. If I remember correctly, everyone is guaranteed a prototype spear that you can buy off using JO sigils, correct me if I'm wrong. And at rank 1, it does 20% bonus damage on your normal attacks after picking up an elemental orb / particle. Okay, so this is how this spear works. First up is normal attacks without proc from the weapon. This is what happens when you proc the spear. Every time you pick up energy particles, you gain bonus damage for each and every attack you do with the spear. This also includes Zhongli's 5th attack, which does 4 hits when he kicks his spear to attack his enemy. And now for the artifacts. I'm running 2-piece Gladiators and 2-piece Bloodstained Chivalry for the bonus 25% physical damage, but you can also run this build with the full 4-piece Gladiator set for the 35% normal attack bonus damage, but running it with the 2-piece Bloodstained is better as the 25% bonus physical damage also scales with the procs from the Crescent Pike. Since I'm not using a weapon that boosts my crit rate unless I had godlike substats on my artifacts, I'm stuck with the crit rate helm. For the goblet, I'm using physical damage. This is where most of the damage from this build comes from, as it adds massive damage bonus for both your normal attacks and the procs from the Crescent Pike. Attack percent for Sands of Aeon. Maybe get decent substats for your plume. Crit rate, crit damage. HP is also nice as it adds damage to Zhongli's elemental burst. And same goes with the flower. Now up next is a damage comparison for Fischl and Zhongli. For Fischl, I'll be using the same set of artifacts except that I'll be using a crit damage gladiator helm instead of crit rate. 5-star weapon, Skyward Harp. Constellation 6. Level 8 normal attack talent. Okay, so up next is with Oz summoned as Fischl support DPS. As you've seen in the last two clips, Fischl as support DPS with Oz worked better for Zhongli as I could equip her with an Electro Goblet instead of what she would normally wear as a main DPS. Add to the fact that my Fischl is Constellation 6, which makes Oz attack at the same time with the active character dealing 30% of Fischl's attack as electro damage, plus Zhongli's super fast attack speed. As for which one did a better job as a main DPS, I'll leave it for you guys to decide. But regardless of which one of them did better, the fact that Zhongli was going on equal terms with a character that is a tier S in the main DPS tier list goes to show his viability as a main DPS character. Up next, I'll show you guys the usual lineup I go with for doing elite mobs, weekly bosses, and domains. Okay, so I'm running GeoMC for double Geo Resonance plus the Synergy for Zhongli's Lapidus and GeoMC's Geo Constructs and crit buff. Fischl as my Oz support DPS, and Diona as another shield source plus heals and superconduct reactions with Fischl. Superconduct is really important for physical DPS characters as it reduces physical resistance for monsters by 50%. It's like your mini Vaporize for physical damage characters. If you have Chi-Chi, you can use her instead of Diona, but if you don't have Diona or Chi-Chi as a support cryo healer, you can still run a different comp like putting Barbara and sacrificing Geo Resonance for Kea. But I wouldn't recommend Chongyan because Chongyan's elemental skill will mess up the build. You can also run him with a Geo Goblet instead of a physical damage one, but it only adds less than 10k to my elemental burst and in turn loses out in so much DPS, resulting in slower kills. Personally, I think this would be only good if you're doing co-ops where you basically have your elemental burst up most of the time. You can basically run him with any kind of cryo or electro character as long as you have superconducts. Other than that, you're free to explore your options like maybe putting Shenkyu as support for Hydro Swords, etc. Sky's the limit. That is all for the video. Thanks for watching. Please leave a like if you liked the content. If you're interested in more build guides that I will be making in the near future, please subscribe. Until next time, ciao.